This video is brought to you by T2Do Language Center by teacher Victor. InGenOriginal presents Tun-Si, Children of Nublar, Extended Edition. Author MD Martino, year 2025. Muldoon and the Claw Hunters. He stepped out of the helicopter like a man walking onto a battlefield. Robert Muldoon. The air around him seemed heavier. He came from Kenya, from lands where danger has a scent, where the sound of the jungle is a code of death and hunting. His cold eyes, almost metallic gray, belonged to a man who had seen lions tear men apart and survived. His broad shoulders carried the kind of fatigue only time can give, and on his forearm, a scar he did not hide, a pale line that told a story no one wanted to hear. It was a signature, a warning. Dorothea waited for him in the clearing like a bored queen receiving a soldier. Dressed for a parade, not an inspection, her thin heels sank into the mud, and still she held her posture. Gold earrings gleamed under the rain, red lipstick defied time and dirt. Every step she took was an insult to the jungle. Muldoon removed his hat, only out of formal respect. Though between them was ice and fire, two predators measuring territory. "You act as if these creatures were gods," she said, laughing, irony dancing between her teeth. "They're not gods, they're killers," Muldoon replied, dryly, his voice as deep as distant thunder. Dorothea smiled, a short, dangerous smile, the kind that comes before an execution order. They took him to the southern sector, a new containment zone. Steel walls, watchtowers, beams of light cutting through the darkness. Inside, the sound of rain mixed with rustling leaves and something else. A rhythm, a cadence, the sound of a predator breathing with the earth. I hid in the treetop, my body covered in leaves, my heart unsteady. From there, I saw everything. Muldoon signaled for silence. The searchlights swept across the enclosure in slow, calculated motions. Nothing, only the sound of rain. Then it appeared. The size of a man, muscles tight beneath a gray-brown skin. It moved with elegance, not haste. And its gaze was not that of a beast. It was calculation. And its foot, the curved claw, a living cycle. It struck it against the ground once, twice in rhythm, a hollow sound, as if marking time to an ancient song only it could hear. Muldoon ordered a bull released into the enclosure. The creature raised his head. The bull hesitated, took 2 steps, and the sound changed. There was no wind, no warning, only impact. The predator was on it, too fast. It didn't run. It simply appeared. It didn't feed. It didn't need to. It tore. And then it looked up, straight toward the tower, where we stood. Yellow eyes met ours, and for a moment, the jungle became what it had always been, a place where man is the intruder. Muldoon turned to Dorothea, his face set. "These won't be domesticated. They'll learn the terrain, the sound of boots, the routines, the weaknesses." Dorothea laughed, with the same contempt one uses to dismiss an insect. "Oh, please, they're just reptiles with attitude." Muldoon said nothing. He only clenched his fist. His eyes said everything. She had no idea what she had created. The night grew heavier. The cries of animals echoed through the forest, and the rain seemed to thicken. The smell of blood mixed with the earth. And I, still hidden, understood what none of them wanted to admit. That war was already written. And we, the men, the lab-coated gods, the hunters and the slaves, would be nothing but food. Food for an ancient intelligence. Something that had never ceased to exist. It had only been waiting for the right moment to open its eyes again.